Soul Council is a conglomerate of producers that I got together to forge the sound of IWWMG Academy. It's not like we're not gonna have any producers that come in. We got M Phases, we got Eric G to come in and help us out, Synopsis, you know, High Tech, you know, different producers coming in, but the Soul Council is just a conglomerate of all the producers in this team to make the sound for, you know, IWW. Every great label has had one, whether it been Motown, the Funk Brothers, Master P had Beats by the Pound, Outkast and Goody Mob had Organized Noise, Public Enemy had the Bomb Squad. Like this is a signature sound for the label and the movement. So that's what the Soul Council is, and that's why I brought everybody together.
I go by Amp, 1/6 of the Soul Council.
For 10, I'm 1/6 of the Soul Council.
My name's Kashif Norville. I go by Cash Don't Make Beats, and I'm 1/6 of the Soul Council.
E. Jones, music producer, composer, songwriter, part of the Soul Council.
Crisis, 1/2 of the away team, also part of the Soul Council.
I use Reason 4.0, and I use recycle. I chop samples up and recycle. I sometimes don't use samples, and sometimes I use samples just to, you know, give people, you know, a variety of things that they can choose from.
MPC 2500, I use that with Pro Tools and MIDI keyboard every now and then, but for the most part, MPC 2500, stack of records, get it going.
I'm currently using Reason. In the past, though, I actually started out on Fruity Loops. And then I moved on to an MPC. I got a Motif, rack, mount, and an ASR 10.
All I use is records and Sony Acid Pro 6.0.
Yeah, I use Adobe Audition, which formerly known as Cool Edit Pro, and FL, Fruity Loop Studio 4. And it's funny, like you said, I use Knife's computer that he used to use when he first started making beats. So it's kind of surreal. Like sometimes I stumble on an old beat that I used to bump all the time. Like I can't believe sometimes it's funny when I find a beat like, yeah, Knife made this on this computer and it's out. Like Honey, I found Honey the other day, just on the computer, so.
I did the Cake record for Lloyd Banks, and I worked with Jean Grey, Sean Price, Helter Skelter, TV work on the Boondocks Season 2, all of the Jamla artists.
Some of my more recent productions would be Rhapsody's A Man's World and Act Proof's Competitors.
People may know me from, I had a song on Talib Kweli's last solo album, Eardrum, Go With Us with Strong Arm Steady. Had a song with T.I. and Lil Wayne called Done It Now. It was on the A Year and a Day mixtape.
From the away team, you know, once again, that is my group, so, you know, we didn't put out 2 albums before, so, you know, I pretty much did the entire productions on both of those albums. Also done work with Little Brother, Sean Price, Jean Grey, Evidence, Master Ace, Buckshot, KRS-One.
I like to have my own style, so it's dirty, it's gritty. It's not as big as some other records, but I like to keep it in the vein of one of my favorite producers, DJ Premier. That's like one of my big influences.
Well, when I go in to chop a sample, expect the unexpected. Like, I've run upon many loops that have been used. I don't care. I'll redo it. I feel like, you know, there's a million ways to flip a sample. So if I wanted to define my sound, say very soulful, I like very soulful sounding samples, jazzy sometimes. I try not to interrupt the melody too much, because I know a lot of producers like to chop a lot. But as far as me, you know, I try to keep the groove, if you will.
It's kind of like a street soul. I mean, I grew up listening to Pete Rock, Premier, Dilla, the RZA, the Beatnuts, Diamond D, Large Professor. Those are my big influences. So just, you know, a soulful sound, samples, drums, true school sound, but like with a harder street edge to it too.
My style is pretty much a little more, I guess it can be a little more unorthodox from everybody else. I probably pick like different types of samples. You know, a lot of people, you know, I break away. A lot of times I tend to break away from the soul records, and then I'll even use keys or just little weird, crazy sounds, and just different elements of other genres of music into my music.
I would say like my sound is more theatrical, more bigger. Just like a broader sound. Like I want you to kind of visualize, put a vision to what I like compose.
That's my man. We started off as friends before even doing music, back before like the pre-Little Brother days. Just became the best of friends, and it's friendship over music. So, you know, it's just a natural marriage, a natural progression to work together. We worked together on a couple of albums, worked together on season 2 of the Boondocks. So this is just natural. This is what we do.
I was in a beat competition. I was in a beat battle, and I lost. I don't know how I lost, but I lost. And pretty much, he came to me and was like, "Yo, you hot?" I was like, "Word up." Then I took his class. From the class, we was working in Central. Came to a point where he's like, "Jones, I want to see if you can play some keys over something," and the rest is history.
We've been rocking for years, so you know, this is actually, it's a natural environment for me. It's just very natural, easy going. You know, ideas get, you know, it's just a real creative space where ideas can just really get thrown around and everywhere with open ears.